crossing Imperial Eagle Channel. It was wet. I got wet. I got brain freeze. That water's cold. But the dry suit's great. It was fun. So I just made it to Chup Point, which is at the end of the Alberni Inlet. It took me about 42 minutes to get here from Port Alberni. I launched at Sea Haven Marine. The plan is to head over to Effingham Inlet, which is across here. This is Effingham Inlet up in here. So I'm going to go to the end of the inlet. Hopefully, if the wind is good, I'll put the drone up and have a look around. I'd like to take a look at this lake here, which is Skull Lake, and maybe see down into Pipestem Inlet. I'll have to come over to this side of the inlet. I've taken it up to this lake before, and I could see Kildonan in this area. But today, I'm going to have a look down Pipestem Inlet from Effingham. That's the plan. I'm not sure what the wind is going to look like across there. Just about to cross Imperial Eagle Channel. It's just beautiful out here. It's just flat, beautiful. I'm at the north end of Imperial Eagle Channel. I'm not sure what you call that, but across in the distance, that's the Broken Group Islands. All right, I'm going to carry on. So we made it into Effingham Inlet, much nicer to ride. It was a bit sporty coming across Imperial Legal Channel. Came straight across here, and then we're heading up the inlet. Island, which is right at the entrance to Effingham Inlet, or just in from the entrance. There's lots of oyster leases here in this inlet, so I'm just going to cruise along this island here, take a look at the shoreline. That's Effingham oysters right there, and there's another facility further up. Got a Canada goose right there. I got a sea lion, or a big seal. Anyway, I've got to head over across the inlet to see if I can find some place to set up to put my drone up. I'm gonna go right across here. There's a cliff over here I'm going to take a look at, and then head further into the inlet. There's a log dump here. I'm up against this boom. I think I'll put the drone up here because Skull Lake is just right up here. And Pipestem Inlet is straight through there as well, which is on the other side of the other side of Barkley Sound. Barkley Sound wraps all the way around this part of Vancouver Island. And then Pipestem Inlet comes in, quite a ways in. Right through on the other side, that's Uchuk Lake. Uchuk Lake is up in the mountains, and then Uchukshit Inlet is on the other side, which goes out into the Alberni Inlet. So that didn't work. It got quite windy. There's a dock over here. I'm going to see if I can tie up there. I'd rather send it up on the ground rather than on the jet ski, because I have to launch it from my hand and then I have to catch it when it comes in. And if the jet ski's moving, it's kind of hard, and I don't want to put my finger in the propeller. So I'll see if I can tie up here. I don't think anyone will mind. So I'm secured to this dock here. I don't think there's anyone here. There's a bunch of equipment, but I don't need to go on their dock. I just use the rope tied to my machine. Now I can put my drone up, have a look around, and I can land it. All right, away we go. So I'm just going straight up. I think Skull Lake is right on the other side of that. Well, not right on the other side, but behind. There's a jet up there. Behind that mountain. Yeah, there's a jet up there. Probably at 30,000 feet. Let's have a quick look around. So this is Effingham Inlet. Still ascending. Ooh, there it is. That's Pipestem Inlet right there. So that wraps it, that's from Barkley Sound wrapping around these mountains on the left. And there you can see Skull Lake. So that is looking north. From where, well, northwest from where we are. Now what I'm going to do is do a 180, and we might be able to see your Chuckleshed Inlet on the other side. So here we go, 180. Ooh, look at that, you can. That's Uchuck Lake, I think it's called Uchuck Lake, up in the mountain there, and then you can't quite see, I don't think you can, Kildonan. So if you look at a map, there's this low level between Kildonan all the way up to Pipestem Inlet with Effingham Inlet in between, and then you got these two lakes. So they're higher up in the mountains, but it's an interesting geographical feature if you study a lot of Google Earth. All right, I've got the drone put away. I'm going to untie here and be on my way further up the inlet. It's very quiet here. do that for a while. Take a look at that. How deep it is in here. We'll go up to the top of the inlet and I'll put some fuel in. I have two 20-liter jugs of fuel. Burned 2 bars so far. Got lots of fuel. We're gonna go around this point right here and head up. All right, let's go. Appeared out of nowhere, man. Wow, that was incredible. That was wild. It's a bit windy in here. You know, getting buzzed by that helicopter made me think of another time we were buzzed by a helicopter. We were riding in the Broughton group. I think there were 3 of us, and we were near, I think it's called Nimmo Bay Resort. And a helicopter was bringing in some guests to the Nimmo Bay Resort, and we were cruising through, I can't remember which channel it was, but he buzzed right by us. That was very cool. And another time we were buzzed by a float plane. There were 3 of us cruising down the Alberni Inlet, and a float plane, we didn't hear him at all, and a float plane came from right behind us and took off on an incline after he passed us. Very cool. Anyways, they're having fun, we're having fun. This wind is just blowing me right down the inlet again. We're at the head of the inlet. It gets shallow in here. I think there's a dock over here by this log dump. Small dock. I'm gonna pull up to that and put some fuel in. Like I said, I've got 40 liters of fuel there, and I'm down 3 bars. That'll top it right up. I don't even know if I'll get all 40 liters in. I'm going to top it up here. Gotta keep an eye on my depth, but it should be okay up to that dock. Actually, there's a floating dock right there. Might be a better height. I think that's what that is. Let's go check that out. There's a dock there. This one looks pretty rough. Covered in bird shit. She'll do. Lots of bird shit. This is perfect. That is the mouth of the Effingham River, Effingham Valley. I think that might be, I think there's a mountain called Effingham Mountain or Mount Effingham. Anyway, on the other side of that range right there, those mountains right there, is the highway heading out to Tofino. Well, that was a good stop. Probably didn't rest long enough, but it was good to fill up. I think I have about 3 liters left in the one jug. I think it's sometime after 3 I'm going to head back. I'm not sure how Imperial Eagle Channel is going to be. It's probably going to be more gnarly than it was. But that's okay. And then we'll head up the Alberni Inlet. So just heading out into Imperial Eagle Channel. I'm still in a protected area here. Can't remember the name of those 3 islands, but I think it's a protected area. That's Sardis Island directly in front of us. Looks like there's a boat up there as well. We are going through that channel straight ahead. Rainy Bay is just to the left after that point, I believe, and then we'll make a left at Chuck Point up the Alberni Inlet. And this is the entrance to Effingham Inlet. Gotta keep an eye on the charts. There's some rocks through here, though. All right, I'm gonna get underway. Crossing Imperial Eagle Channel. It was wet. I got wet. I got brain freeze. That water's cold. But the dry suit's great. It was fun. Anyway, that's Chuck Point. Well, this is Sardis Island right here. We're at the north end of Sardis Island, and that's Chuck Point right there. I'm gonna hang a left there. So back in Port Alberni, it's 4:35. I did better than I thought I might on the time. Came up the inlet pretty quick. It was fun. Hey, I'm gonna hit Nootka Sound and Telegraph Cove and Broughton Group. If you like this kind of content, you might want to subscribe. Please like the video. I'll put up a subscribe button. I'm going to set up the GoPro 360 Max for the trip into Clutha Haven Marina up the river. It's kind of a cool ride, so just watch that.